When Soma Prime was considered a pinnacle of firearms in warframe, SUPRA VANDAL was seen as being able to share that throne. But of course, at that time, more of this game was focused around melee and sadly those whips and slide attacks. Still, if you wanted a good pew-pew, this was as good as it gets. Obviously with power creep design, that was never going to stay like that for too long. And it's mainly the explosion of explosive meta that brought all precision firearms to their knees. Bit of an overkill, and I'm glad DE is reversing the self-damage update, or rather, reiterating. Honestly, I haven't touched SUPRA VANDAL in like 2 years, maybe more. Soma got a cool augment from the Entrati family, so it escaped with some intention. But since I got an idea for this video, I messed around with SUPRA VANDAL, and I had genuine fun. Galvanized mods as well as changes to some corrupted mods definitely made this weapon feel more than a slight improvement over what it was. So it wasn't just left in the mud by DE. SUPRA VANDAL's high status chance works so well with galvanized aptitude and an increase in total status viability of weapons by adding multi-shot from galvanized diffusion. But thought that instantly popped in my mind from the moment I picked this weapon back up is, this is a machine gun. This is the baseline how arc guns should feel. Not even the best of arc gun machine guns have anything to compare themselves to this. Sure, some explosive ones might have some advantages, but if we talk about machine guns, this is how it should feel in warframe, just a bit heavier than this. Over the top magazine size, zero care for potentially wasting ammo, bit of a spool up for that extra feel, and of course, believable power from a machine gun. Arc guns lack believable power. Primary arcanes and galvanized mods just put SUPRA VANDAL light years above. And build is as you'd expect. Critical stuff, galvanized aptitude and diffusion, viral, fire rate, and hunter munitions. Insanely good ammo economy allows for projectile flight speed to fit in that exila slot, countering probably the only drawback of the weapon. My Riven helps a bit with that, as well as adds critical chance and toxin for a good fit. I use shred for fire rate, and it's because punch through is very juicy. In my opinion, some fire rate is needed if we use critical deceleration for that extra critical chance, which I think is worth it because hunter munitions is so good. One thing I'd like to try is to somehow free up some room to fit wildfire on this weapon for extra magazine size as well as extra heat proc. But for that I'd probably need viral in my Riven instead of that projectile flight speed. Bottom line is that honestly this weapon beat my expectations on how it will perform years after it's been on top of the game. I guess it's flattening the recoil with primary deadhead combined with new headshot multiplier that does it and makes this weapon feel even more reliable now. So if you're in the market for a solid machine gun, I do think this is worth giving it a try. Rivens for it are in high supply, so you can build it fully without any compromises. Even without a Riven, it's very solid, just slap toxin where my Riven is and have a blast at it. Projectile flight speed is on the slower side, but when the ammo economy is so good that each ammo pickup gives you so much, there are no reasons to worry. And as long as you keep bringing at least few enemies down with each magazine, you're fine. Reload is long, but there's 300 shots in there, so it's worth 3 seconds of reload time. Such large magazine is really good for holster reload. Since synth fiber is becoming more and more popular as a mod on our companions, you can always use holster reload in a pinch without modding for it too much. Could be nostalgia for days of old that made me feel this weapon more, but still, I enjoyed revisiting it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.